All right, so I've promised you a story about the worst ride that I've ever had. And this one bothers me a lot and will till the day I die. I'll never forget it as long as I live, and I don't want to offend anybody, but I'm going to shock you, I think, with the ending. So if you stick around and stay engaged and like the story, then repost it and pass it on. Because this one was a tough one. I was in Oshawa. It was middle of the evening, and I got a call at the flying school up there. And a gentleman gets in my car and says, "Take me to the south end of Oshawa." "Absolutely, sir." So when he gets in, he says, "You know what? I love George Bush and I love the United States. Do you?" And I said, "Absolutely." And he said, "Good." And we went a little further, and he said, "By the way, did I tell you I love George Bush and I love the United States?" And I said, "Yep." Now bear in mind, this might have been a 8 or 9 minute ride. He said it over and over and over, 7, 8 times. And when we got down to the south end and he'd paid me, he looked at me square in the eyes and said, "Did I tell you I love George Bush and I love the United States?" And I said, "Yep, absolutely." And he says, "But you know how to shut him down?" I says, "How?" He says, "You drive 2 planes into the World Trade Center, one into the Pentagon and one into the White House." That was before 9/11. When that happened, when it did happen, I cried. Because I thought he was crazy. I thought he was mad. There was nothing I could do, but when it did happen, I was sad. And for that, I'm sorry. Have a good day. Stay blessed. And don't forget, I'm going to tell you in my next story how I was attacked by crickets. Have a good day, guys.